Where you going? Where'd you go?
Habit creature. O'Malley's for a big ass burger and French fries that are big enough to do other things with them.
You gotta go with me. People to go and go get burgers at a place that sells everything else. I'll be like, come on.
O'Malley's is a bar, but the burgers are the best.
Have you had a burger at O'Malley's?
If you say no, Steph, we're gonna fight.
No, I'm not. No.
Dude, you fucking up. I'm telling you right now. Like that, like they make a pastrami burger.
Oh,
like you gotta wear a condom when you eat it. Like the first time I ate it, I spilled my ranch, dude. This shit, it's just, I can't even explain it to you.
It's huge and all that.
It's so fucking good.
I hate that. I don't like places that have huge burger. That's stupid to me.
But you fucking up. You fucking up. They don't make child sizes, but I'm telling you, if you can get somebody to chop up your burger for you, Steph, just like little, so that you can handle it.
I'll go for you guys, though. I'll go.
Like a manwich.
They're like, Steph, you're the food expert. Is there anywhere we should talk about? You're like, I don't know. And they're like, oh, this place. And you're like, I don't like that type of food.
That place is trash.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You don't know what you're doing.
What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to the NOS. That's the 916 News on the Street. That's where 4 hilarious Sacramento comedians, local beasts, react to today's Sacramento news. I am the host, Ellis Rodriguez. I'm going to be bringing up some news stories, and then I'm going to be trying to turn this not into the secret black meeting, because eventually that's what it's going to be. Okay. I am joined today by Asia May. Everybody, give it up.
Hi.
You're getting a buzz. You're looking nice.
I'm back.
And then as well, we got Steph Sanders in the house. Steph, what's good?
Power to the people. I am a revolutionary. Power to the people.
In the field, I'm looking forward to all the good stuff you have to say and the crazy shit. Shapiro, David Shapiro in the building.
My guy.
Fresh off of just murdering all over Sacramento. Entertainer extraordinaire.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing. So let's just get into the news. So before we even started the episode, we got into a little discussion about O'Malley's. And I want to revisit this conversation right away, because I think that this is news that our food correspondent has never eaten, has never enjoyed the delicious delectables available at O'Malley's.
O'Malley's. They have like 12 different kind of burgers there.
And they're probably 12 different kind of okay. Burger places they're all right.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody, this is the best burger. Okay, all right.
No. This is not. There's burgers and then there's burgers.
Oh, and then there's O'Malley's.
And this is the latter. I'm telling you, especially at that time of night, right? You fresh off the show. You got a couple drinks in you. You need an hour or something to soak that up. I'm telling you right now.
Anything that you have to drink for it to be good, it's not good.
No, I'm saying you've been drinking. You don't have to drink. You've been drinking. You at the show. You've been drinking, right? Now you hungry. You really need something to come into your belly and live there and tell you everything's gonna be okay.
I'm going this week, and Friday I will have a review for O'Malley's Burgers.
Oh my God, I can't wait!
Yay.
I can't wait. They're gonna get, how many is it? 5 stars?
Which one does he have to?
And I've only given 6 5-star reviews in all of my reviews, and I have about 450.
I feel like we should be there with you for this, Steph.
Let's do it.
I feel like we should definitely have to be there.
Let's do it.
I
don't come to peer pressure, though. I'll tell you that. I want you to know that.
No, but I'm gonna make sure it's nice. I'm gonna bring you a bid. I'm gonna bring you a booster seat. I'm gonna make sure it's all comfortable.
You got my high chair?
Of course, my N-word. And I'm telling you, you about to have 7 5-star reviews. O'Malley's, that's a spot.
Right.
Steph, make sure before you go that you've been up all day,
right?
Doing comedy, you're drunk,
and drinking whiskey during all day.
Drinking whiskey, you're in Old Sac, and you got nowhere else to go because there's only one place open, and then you will have the best burger you could have, given the very narrow circumstances that they
don't. You disrespect O'Malley's, okay? That's where me and Asia fell in love. Okay,
it's the best ever. Here's it's not depressing news, and I don't know if there's going to be a happy ending to this, but Fanny Ann's has been closed since the pandemic. And if you need wings under those same circumstances, and you can't dance like real club dancing, but you just want to go have fun, Fanny Ann's was the place, right? They haven't been open the whole pandemic, and they're still boarded up.
But they were selling peanut butter burgers.
I didn't eat their burgers. You can't eat Fanny Ann's burgers.
I've had their wings. Yeah.
The wings are okay. I don't know. I'm all about that O'Malley's. So let's go to our first story.
Salt and pepper wings. I got some salt and pepper wings for you that are the bomb from a joint, and also the wings at the new Universal Soul House are good.
Got you.
All right, let's move on to our first story. And also offline, Steph, you said you saw some of this firsthand or whatever, the shooting by I-5.
Yeah, man, right on.
Which, once again, apparently people in Sacramento, bang, bang.
Yo, man,
and bang, bang.
Anybody else seen that since we've opened up? Like the world is crazy. A 15 and 13-year-old killed the Uber driver because they was stealing his food and they tased him. He got in an accident and died. Did you see that? And now they charged for murder. Yeah. 15, 13, doing a prank. And they not in sack, but they were doing a prank. And
pandemic rage.
Tased the Uber Eats driver and stole the food and thought it was funny. The guy gets tased, wrecks, and dies.
Holy crap.
So now they tased a driver, an Uber driver?
Yeah.
For what?
To get the food. Uber Eats. He was an Uber Eats driver.
Because they could.
They were teenagers. They were thinking it was funny. Let's tase the driver and take the food.
Wow.
No.
And now they're going to jail. And now they're going to jail and being tried for first-degree murder.
Where are the circumstances?
Because the driver died?
Yes.
This is
some kids egged my brother's car the other day. That's funny.
Did you hear about the link up?
Did you
hear about the link up at Scandia?
No.
All the teenagers go to Scandia to fight. Dude, it was huge.
Wait, what? Back when we were kids?
I'm sorry?
Back when we were kids or now?
Right now.
But it's COVID.
Everywhere to fight.
Are they fighting 6 feet apart?
What?
Yes.
It's COVID. Are they fighting 6 feet apart? Like, come on.
That's what they're doing outside. But they're calling it.
So you're telling me there's a teenage fight club that goes down.
Teenage fight club called Link Ups. Look it up.
What is it called?
Link Ups. They're calling it.
How do you know about it? Have you been going in disguise as a teenager, roughing motherfuckers?
I have. I'm really. I'm the new 21 Jump Street, and so
he came in. He was like, "Yeah, I'm 15. Was good." I gave him that old man.
You know how he convinced him? You know how he convinced him he was 15? He was like, "Man, I'm 15. Those burgers at O'Malley's are the best thing I've had in like 15 years. I'm 50. I've never had anything better in the 15 years I've been alive."
Yo, but it's crazy.
We only laughing on the bottom.
We got to go back to purple.
No one on top is laughing.
There was less craziness, man. It was less crazy.
People are not acting.
So what happened? What's up with the shooting? There's actually there wasn't a ton of information.
There was
about the I-5
name, but there's a one dead, one injured. And it
girlfriend's injured.
It was somebody. It wasn't random. It was somebody chasing somebody down. I'm gonna shoot you. Pulled him over. Blah blah blah.
There was also
killed the passenger and shot the driver.
Yeah.
When was that?
Yesterday.
So okay, so that's yesterday, and then there was a shooting. There were like they were shooting in Midtown on Saturday night, and then didn't a rapper get killed on Friday?
I think so. I think so. My
saw that the rapper.
Yes.
Well, I got two.
Pandemic rage.
We got 3 shootings in 3 days.
We're at 2
I got 2 homicide. I got 2 homicide stories. We're sitting on one by McClatchy, and one I-5.
The McClatchy Land Park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah, no, I mean the one on Saturday night, no one got hit in Midtown.
How you killing people at a golf course, man? Killing people getting killed at a golf course.
Do you think murders are up
today?
Because
dude got killed this weekend too. I think I got time today because remember the little white boy? He got killed too. It's crazy.
What'd you say, Ellis?
Do you think are murders up this year?
Yeah,
I think they will be because of like she said, pandemic rage. It's really we've been inside, man. and these folks haven't been able to do what they really do. Like if you're a raper, you need to do some rapey stuff every month or the week and stuff, and they haven't been able to do that. So if you're a killer, you need to do some killy stuff. They haven't been able to do that. So now, you know what I'm saying? So now it's back open. They're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna do my
You
killing.
get you a PlayStation, kill some people online.
I gotta make up for time. No,
system.
that ain't the same adrenaline rush. I gotta make up for time. Now I gotta kill like 2 a week as opposed to 1 a month because I gotta make it up.
They couldn't blend during the pandemic. There weren't enough people outside to cover up what they were doing. They're fresh out, sun's out, guns out, baby.
Crime about to be up. I'm staying in the house, man. I'm gonna do my shows and come home.
I see your we need to go back to purple status. You're like, no, this is uncomfortable.
Keep the restaurants open, but everybody needs to go back to purple. Go home. You don't know how to act,
I'm digging. I'm like being out. I don't give a shit.
But it's target, man. You over 6 foot. You look kind of like a rapper, and look like somebody might mistake you for somebody to do something with. You look like you got some money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to get robbed and killed, man. I love you, man.
Don't worry about me, baby. I ain't gonna get robbed and killed.
People, and David have to represent you.
What?
David have to represent you. And man,
no. I wish a motherfucker would be 100% honest with you. I'm also cooped up and have some angry issues, and I think I would enjoy the opportunity to beat the fuck out of somebody.
You're ex-Marine, and Marines. They cocoa for cocoa. They cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm more sane than that.
Oh, are you? Oh yeah. Our soldiers are more sane than that. Is that what it is? Is that what they tell you? Oh shit. Okay. This is what I thought was interesting. This dude right here. Remember a couple weeks ago we had that story about the confirmed gangster that had stolen all that money.
The mob,
all those EDD cards. There was a confirmed Sacramento gangster, which we didn't know what he was. We assumed that he was black, because otherwise, why would you call him a gangster? This is not that story, but it is another guy. They found 9 EDD cards issued in different names, 20 additional EDD documents,
30,
and then more than $219,000 was taken. That guy just got. Then when they searched him, they searched his house. They found a gun with the serial numbers removed, ammunition, 4 pounds of weed, and $60,000 in cash. He just got 9 years.
9?
You're kidding.
9.
He just got 9 years. Is he black?
See, this guy.
Oh, wait.
I don't think this guy. This guy's name is Dawson.
See?
Walter Lee Dawson.
That's what I'm talking about.
See, you always
take to the black meeting because you bring up something like this. Dawson, if he'd have been Roosevelt, nigga, he'd have been 9 times 90 years. You understand?
I'm trying to get a picture of this dude.
Dawson got 9 years, and he's gonna get out in time served and good behavior in 4.
And they're gonna give him his money back.
And they got right, and they're gonna give him his money.
They might OR him today. Let's just be real.
Right. Dawson,
on your own recognizance.
They'll be like, hey, Dawson, we don't want to put people in COVID. We don't want to put people together right now.
My Aunt Bernadette come get
me. That's the only person that comes up.
Ridiculous.
Well, it's 9 years. If you stole $200,000 worth of EDD, is that worth 9 years?
But look what all they found, dude.
Guns
I'm more concerned about the guns with the serial number scratched off than the EDD money.
Okay, but how much weed is the weed illegal? I thought weed was legal. So if they found 4 pounds.
No.
It's illegal. It's illegal to smoke. I don't think it's I don't think it's legal to be a dealer.
Right. You can't have over a certain amount unless you. Yeah.
What's the amount?
I don't know.
If you have if you're growing like plants at home, I think the limit on the number of plants you can have is like 6 or something like that. And it
was 4. You're right. It's 6 or 8 or something like that now.
Yeah.
But Ellis, they would give you 9 years for a slingshot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm telling dude. In addition to his prison sentence, Dawson has been ordered to pay $219,964 in restitution. So, but that's just them taking the money back, right?
Is that going back to the EDD?
Exactly.
I guess so.
So many people, and I can't be mad. It's like, all right, the government shists us all the time, way to get the government back. But I'm like, hold up, yo, it took a long time for the IRS to accept my tax return because you bastard, they're trying to figure out how much money you stole. Like, I didn't even have EDD unemployment last year, but I can't get my shit on time.
And they tripping on your $2,000.
Angry. I was so angry. I wanted to snitch on people. Like, come get them.
Right.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, because I got people I know doing that stuff too, man. I got people doing for stuff people in jail, like in their name. So they get it's ridiculous.
I don't like, okay, so
you better be careful going at the IRS because they just took back Dawson's money. They took those guns too. Now they just took everything that was his. They got all those filed down guns.
But they also got the weed. So they at the house chilling now. 4 pounds?
They chilling.
Awesome.
They
IRS is going to be high for
right. But then based on what Steph said, they're going to get aggressive at home. They're going to come for people. They're going to be like, oh, you don't like how fast we process your taxes?
Think about it, man. In COVID, CIA operatives were not killing anybody all COVID. They ready.
They ready. This is what I thought was cool about the story was
killers got to kill.
Somebody figures it out. Which I'm not trying to tell people they should do this or look for this. But somebody figures it out. Somebody games the system, and they actually made step-by-step instructions per state. So, like, if this is how it works in New York, this is how it works in California, this is how it works in Texas. Once they figure out the step process about how you would fraud it, they put it on PDFs and then just publish them. So there's a bunch of gangsters like looking for this and being like, "Oh, what? You could just do X, Y, and Z," and then they just. So there's it's not just like
until it catches up.
Until it catches up,
and everybody gets caught.
Who's looking online for like who's Googling how to defraud the government and like, oh, I'm gonna trust this PDF I just downloaded.
Dawson.
Oh,
I just told
did that before.
And he got caught. Like
I did that before.
$200,000 later.
So I had to do like this drug test twice a week. When dipshit burned the house down, I had to go on like drug program, right? Because I smoked weed. And I had kids, and CPS was involved, right?
Smoke weed.
Yeah. So that's why I said I smoked. So anyhow, they go, okay, you got a drug test twice a week, and there was no fucking way, no way. I was trying to cheat for a while buying it, so I went online and I searched for like how to pass a drug test, and I found a PDF that I downloaded, and every week I would do this little cycle to reset my urine. So if they're looking for how to defraud,
how do you reset your urine?
You got to unplug it and then wait 10 seconds and plug it.
You got to reset it. You got to flush it all out.
Asia, by the way, you're welcome. You're welcome. I did that in my senior year in high school.
Created that PDF. That was a senior project.
You can find PDFs for anything. I'm telling you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so that's different though. This is a PDF on how to defraud the government.
Same thing.
Why would you believe it's gonna work?
It's the same thing.
They lazy. Some people don't. Why not?
See, look at my man right here.
Have you tried some of these TikTok videos that tell you how to do stuff, and you're like, oh my god, it worked?
It worked.
No.
Okay, Dawson was first arrested in December.
I'm 37.
After a probation officer and Sacramento County Sheriff's did a compliance search at his house. So this dude is stupid that he got caught because he had 4 pounds and a gun and all this stuff. Because he's on probation, so he get compliance at his house. Why was this stuff at your house, dude? But if it wasn't at his house,
oh shit, where you eating?
If it wasn't at his house,
gonna do that. I'm not gonna do a lot of time if I get caught anyway.
They would never see
or like Asia said tonight.
My name is Dawson.
My name is Dawson.
So I'm hoping that it's like a Wikipedia thing where he can update it and be like, oh, also follow these steps. But if you want probation, don't keep this shit at the house.
Put it in the shed, maybe.
That was on the index. He didn't get to that page. You know what I mean? He just started
Appendix 1. Appendix 1A.
He took the free PDF. He didn't pay for the whole version.
That's why you see, don't.
He didn't buy the appendices. I mean?
Don't be cheap.
He didn't buy the appendices. That's the
Get
problem.
the whole thing.
You got to subscribe. Otherwise, because the good stuff's behind the firewall.
And quite honestly, you got to be a pyramid. You know what I mean? You got to get the other people below you to do that. You know what I mean? And you just take your cut.
That's your business. Grow your business.
Be an entrepreneur.
Man. Yeah. This is basics. This is gangster 101, son. You know what I mean?
Recruits.
You know what I mean?
Plenty
you
of
talk to Tekashi 6ix9ine. Ask him what's good. You know what I mean? He ain't touching that shit no more.
The professional snitch. He got a book on how to do it. So
yeah, that's a good book. That's right up there with OJ's book. If I Did It.
Right. if I would have done it, this is
if I would have.
Right.
All right. This is a story I looked up just for Steph. All right. This is my favorite story of the day. It's some racist shit. Okay. Y'all should look up this story. This is put out by the San Francisco Gate. California teacher goes on a racist, profanity-filled rant against Black student. And here's a theme on a Zoom hot mic. So this bitch been contacting a parent. The parent contacts them back. And then they talk or whatever. And then I guess the teacher thought that the Zoom meeting was over, but it was not. And so the mom started recording what this bitch was saying. And it's just all racist.
More than half an hour, huh?
It's a half hour. And then, and see, here's the thing too, is they said that she used some racial epithets, but they don't say what they are.
You know what they are.
But she goes, I mean, these parents, this is what kind of pieces of shit they are. He's Black, they're Black family.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt in what those words were.
Yeah.
Your son has learned to lie to everyone and make excuses to be a child. Since you taught him to make excuses, then nothing is his fault. That is what Black people do.
Wow.
And then she released it. I mean, you can watch the video. If you look up sfgate.com and look for that story.
Did you say the teacher's been released?
No, they released the footage.
They released the footage. The teacher,
but is the teacher still working?
Newman was put on an administrative leave before resigning in the light of the rant. Attorneys representing Stokes did not immediately respond to a request for comment. So they put her on leave, and then she was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back from this."
The union representative said you're still going to get your pension.
So I thought it was funny. Like, if you actually listen in the quote, it's like, "That's what Black people do." Right. But if you listen to her in her rant, the part that came out was she was like, white people do it too, but Black people do it more. So they're like,
it doesn't surprise me that an educator is saying this, or it's surprised they say it out loud because they usually just are covertly racist. And
well, yeah, she didn't know the Zoom was on. So number one, hey, watch your Zoom, people. Too many people getting caught up in this shit. It's very simple.
Learn how to turn off your webcam.
And then number two, this is what I think is funny about it is this bitch right here is fucking it up for white people. Because the common assumption is if you're white and you haven't said no racist shit, it's just because no one's caught you yet. That eventually
you're gonna get caught.
You're gonna get caught. And the thing is, that can't possibly be true for all white people. But when this bitch who's in this position, right, a teacher talking to her Black,
you know, that generalization true.
You're pushing that forward, and everybody's like, "Well, then all white people must be fucking racist." And then, which begs the question: does this chick, this teacher, this bitch, does she think she's racist? Does she know she's racist?
She thinks she's helping Black kids. She thinks she has the all poor baby syndrome. I'm helping these kids.
But people have, you know what? I was thinking about something like this.
Watching them Disney movies. She's like, I'm gonna save these
people have these very strong opinions about things, right?
Yeah.
And then they get caught.
Not Disney.
They get caught expressing those opinions, and the people that they have these strong opinions about hear it on accident. They're always saying and thinking this shit. If that's what they say and they think, and getting caught is unfortunate. So would you?
She talks to her other trust me.
This thing is funny too.
Same way.
She was bitching and complaining about how this parent was never calling her back. But it's super funny as the mom's recording. She goes, "I fucking knew it." As she's saying all this racist shit, she's like, "I knew it." And like I can see parents like that all the time when like you send your kid to school, or you get a sense or a vibe from the teacher that the teacher's hella racist and isn't giving your kid a fair shot. And they haven't said anything overt or whatever. But you can sense all over about how they're treating you, how they're treating your kid.
But because most of those parents,
why would you respond to that fucking teacher?
But in education, we say that. We say most of the Black and brown parents send their kids to school because they have to. White kids send their kids because they believe in the American dream, go be what you want to be, meritocracy. We send them to school because we have to, because the education system has criminalized us for years. So we don't trust it to begin with. And that's why none parent input, parent participation, all that is zero at Black and brown schools. And so, you know, I deal with it even as a Black administrator. You know, they're like, "Are you real Black or you OJ Black?" And then you have to, that you real Black. you know, then you like, okay, we'll come in a little bit, but we still don't trust.
Real black. Okay, just so anybody's questioning, I'm real black on Tuesdays, but Tuesdays and Thursdays for sure. During normal business hours. Okay.
My kids are hardworking kids, and I had that experience. And my daughter, she comes home crying. This is when she was like probably 4th grade, and they alternate school years. And my kids, out of the 6 kids that I raised, 5 of them were stellar students. I'm talking President's Education Award.
You had 5 white kids?
Yeah, it's only one nigga. One whole nigga out of 6. The rest of them were all mixed up. But so when my daughter came home saying, I think this teacher is treating me poorly, and like the things she was saying, I'm like, hold up, you're not about to do my baby like that. And it's like, I had to go to him and be like, look, I'm not your average black parent, and this is not your average black student, so you're not going to talk to her like that. Like, that was my perspective. I'm not the mom that doesn't give a shit. She's not the kid that's trying to manipulate and take advantage of you. So I wasn't present all the time, but I didn't have to be, because my kids were pretty amazing. But when I had to be, it was definitely, let me show you that you're not gonna you're not gonna treat this one like you treat the rest of them.
Well,
and that's unfortunate.
I think that's really nice of you to stand up for just your kid. That's sweet.
That's what I was gonna say. And then now I'm feeling shitty because it's like, okay, but the rest of them, I mean, I grew up in the hood. It's like some kids really don't give a fuck. They don't come to school. Like Steph said, I mean, they go because they have to go. So are they causing a ruckus at times? Yeah. Can I
well, let me guys ask you this. Like, what should this teacher have done? Like, number one, you should have watched your fucking Zoom. What?
She should have just turned the button off. She's not.
Should have not been racist in the first place.
Okay, so this is I think this is the thing, right? You're listening to the Nash. You sit here and you like, you know what? I also think that black people do nothing but make excuses. You know what I mean? And
I think. Well, okay, so but I mean, that isn't this what white people learned all last year? Like maybe you got racist tendencies.
Implicit bias.
Or bias. Yeah, thank you.
Implicit bias.
You got a racist bias. Self-examine. Why are you saying what makes you say all of, like, let's take Jews, right? Because I'm Jewish, so I can talk about it. What makes you say all Jews are stingy with money? Do you know all Jews? Like, is it all the Jews you've encountered?
Yeah.
How are they, like, how can you generalize like that? You can't.
Oh, it happens all the time. My mom,
for sure.
My mom is a white lady. My mom is a white lady who married a black man in the 70s.
No, I get it.
So I don't know how you could be racist. And I just talked to this one 3 years ago, and I'm talking to her, and she's like, I don't like Muslim people. Ma, how the fuck can you not like Muslim people? She's like, because I've never met a Muslim that didn't want to destroy America. And I'm like, holy shit, how many Muslim people have you met? She said, none. And I was like, then that's not a good reason.
Right, but that's
if you met one Muslim person, then you would have never met a Muslim person that did want to ruin America.
And like a lot of it comes from and I'm sure Steph is gonna be a little more articulate about this than I can be, but like a lot of it comes from like minorities hating on minorities, like and white people. That's why white people are a majority, simply because everyone else is splintered. Your mom is in a interracial relationship in the 70s. She should be all for everybody, right? But instead, she's like, I don't trust Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
Well, white people want to take credit for everything except racism, which they created the best. So they racism is learned and learned to pass down.
Number one export is the best. They're the best.
It's the only one. That's the only white original idea.
They learn the same thing. Like we've all seen the memes where we see a black kid and white kid playing together, and we're like, racism is learned, because they don't understand it. It's not like that. So they get home and start learning these generalizations. They're like, oh, black people are lazy. Really, my friend is not lazy, but I guess he is because my parents said black people are lazy and so forth and so on. So it works. Racism works. It's very effective. That's why I'm in the same place we are now, 2021, as we were in 18.
I do feel like brown people are also racist, but they tend to be racist.
I know a lot of
slightly varied.
I know a lot of lazy niggas. As a matter of fact, I sometimes block my quarter when I see niggas with pants sagging walk past me too. So I do the same thing. So
we are what we were taught, and that's just pretty much the gist of it. What was put into our ears while we were coming up. I read an article that Teo Morgan wrote. And I think it was in the whatever it was in, maybe
Teo Morgan.
It was in the
my stunt double. My stunt double.
Your stunt double. So he wrote this article about because Teo's even more fair than you, Ellis, and he's like having this, these white friends and going to their house and hearing. He was talking about the death of Rush Limbaugh, and just the vitriol and that there was this hatred that was perpetuated towards groups of people that people are sitting up listening to all day and all night, and this is what's going in their head. So do you really hate Black people when you're with them? No, but this is what you've been fed. So to make those statements makes it very easy. My mom used to talk about Black people like they wasn't shit. And I think it was because she was the only light-skinned kid her mom had. But so I grew up like, oh yeah, niggas ain't shit. Like,
But at a certain point, you are responsible.
We have colorism even in our own community. I mean, light skin, dark skin, that's been a long thing. That's been a long-standing thing. So
it creates these narratives that we have in our head that we're not exactly like I said, I don't feel that way about people as people, individuals. But when you look at the group, when I was in nursing school and in school, I would not sit with the Black people. Like, ain't no way you're gonna pay me to sit in that little table with them. Because I don't want to be classified. Because
when the race war starts, I want to be like, you know what I mean, in the proper place. But I'm saying like this teacher, okay, there was a story we did a couple of days ago about that guy. He gets a DUI or whatever, right? And his girl like runs across the street and all that, whatever. And we're like, that's awful. This guy shouldn't have been drinking and driving. He shouldn't have been whatever. Then we did another story. There was some 21-year-old girl. She was drunk. And she drove to the CHP and turned herself in, right? So this teacher, she's racist. Everybody's talking about racism. Everybody's talking about racial, this and that. Should she have woken up one day and been like, you know what? I'm racist as fuck. And I don't think that these Black kids are as smart or their parents work hard enough or whatever reason. I should just resign or go teach at St. Francis, right? Like if you are in a place of authority, if you're a police officer, if you're a fireman, if you're a public whatever, and you feel this stuff, right? Then you can't, like, if you represent,
you're putting our lives in risk and danger. Because
and I think you can have these out. Yeah, I think this chick should reserve the right to think that Black people make excuses. Like, I don't even like if that's how you think or that's how you feel, that's fine. But then you can't be a teacher, right? And now that it's been exposed. You was basically about to get fired, so you just quit. Well, it's like I wish all these teachers and like if you're afraid that anything you're gonna say caught accidentally on a Zoom is gonna get you fired, then you shouldn't have that job.
Yeah, Ellis.
You know what I mean,
and welcome to the world of also but there's a teacher shortage also. So there's not a lot of people who are anti-racist that want to teach. So that's why it's impactful every year by teachers.
Not a whole lot. The pool is thin.
You're either racist or anti-racist. So there's a lot of teachers who have implicit, but there are a lot of racist internalized oppression Black teachers who affect our kids even worse because we trust them because they look like us, but they have the same viewpoints as this particular woman right there.
And that was like Dr. Rob. That was Dr. Rob at Rudder Middle School.
Yeah, there's some horrible. I've met some horrible Black teachers, and I'm like, I need you to get out of my profession. And I fired.
My Uncle Tom is a teacher.
So because you actually are worse than the others. But yeah, it's an ongoing problem, and it's easy to say for her to quit, and which they should. But then we have no professionally trained, not enough professionally trained teachers who are anti-racist who are impacting our kids in a positive manner.
Well, I don't want to start a 30-minute discussion, but maybe we should pay the teachers more. Then we'd have more qualified anti-racists.
They've tried that. If teachers coming into profession now outside of there's places now in the charter school, charter world, you can get paid your first year out $54,000. Now,
really?
Yeah.
That ain't bad, I guess.
Yeah. Coming out of school, $54,000. Yeah. Your first year. And then you got, you incrementally.
What grade are you teaching like that?
Oh, it's K6 credential or high school. Now you go single subject, you can make 65. We need math and science teachers bad of color. Mm-hmm. And if you teach, a longer time in school, but you can get $65,000 coming out of.
What? Man, hey, I'm gonna apply tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, apply tomorrow. Come on.
I just gotta Google a diploma, right?
You gotta look up this PDF on how you can Google a diploma.
Right, look at the PDF.
And then make sure once you get hired, just make sure you turn off your Zoom. Just don't leave the Zoom on. You can float for 20 years.
How to fake your teacher credential. It's true. It's a PDF right now.
Okay.
I noticed a lot, not just while he's looking that up. I noticed a lot of subvert racism when I was subbing. Which districts paid more, which districts paid less. Because like some districts will be like, oh, you want to work here, we're only gonna pay you $75. I'm actually backwards because I was like, no, I want to work at the school like I went to when I was growing up. So I'll take
you pay $200 a day.
We'll say it again.
So you were getting paid $200 a day then, huh?
Yes, sir, I was. But that's where I wanted to be. I didn't want to be in like the white schools, because I didn't feel like I belonged there. Like I felt weirded out. I don't know.
We appreciate you being anti-racist, Dave. I appreciate you for being
lay down.
A co-conspirator, not just an ally, but a co-conspirator.
That's I was muted still.
The black mama came out. Go ahead.
Sit your ass down. All right, I got two happy stories. Happy story number one. This is an Ellis Rodriguez story. I'm going to be performing at Laughs Unlimited on the 1st and the 3rd Tuesday. Hosting the Pro-Am. There's a writing session at 6 p.m. called The Lost Boys. I need pros. That means I need Steph to come through, please. I know Asia's finna be there, Shappy as well. If you guys want sets and any comics, listen to this, go to the Laughs Unlimited website and then sign up. You got to bring people to the show unless you're one of the pros.
Is it booking at Laughs Gmail?
Yes.
Someone was asking about it after last show.
I think it's booking laughs at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And then I got one other good news story. We've been doing a ton of stories about homeless. We got a big, huge homeless problem in Sacramento. Sacramento launches the first safe ground homeless camping site under downtown freeway. So that right under that 6th and W, I think.
So is that where the farmers market was? That they're supposed to be improving. So now they're just gonna they're doing. Well,
I guess they were moving them out so they could move in some porta potties and cleaning stations, and they're going to tell all the homeless people to camp
right I saw the other day, and I thought it was very poignant. Under the freeway, there was a homeless little village, and the woman was sweeping.
She was
sweeping, and it was dirt.
I saw a dude who was living on Watt Avenue.
I thought she still takes pride in her. I was like, wow. There was
a tent on Watt Avenue, and one dude with his little apartment tent on Watt Avenue, and he was out sweeping his sidewalk. I was like, that's the way you do it. Hey. I had this fantastic idea. I should make something called bum bushes. Like they could cover up all their stuff with something that looks like a bush, so it's not abrasive looking.
You've been watching too many cartoons.
It's like a great bum bush. That's dope. So you can like camouflage your shit.
Yeah. So when you go.
Right, and then the city drives.
I think they should get
downtown, and they're like, "Oh, that's weird. There's a bush in this industrial area."
Or like one of those diorama things, right? And then you put some artwork around it, and then you just walking around. It's like a whole.
The aesthetic changes. I think it's amazing. They have one up in Placer County, not far from where I work, and it's better because they have like the little street sweeper that comes and cleans, and generally it's a more clean environment for people who live outside. But that's what homeless,
are homeless women like cleaner than like homeless dudes?
Oh, I'm not getting in this topic.
I ain't getting into that. No? I saw a dude vacuuming. It wasn't plugged in, of course, but he was running
as Steph's appointed representation. We're gonna avoid
wait. Why does nobody want to rip on that with me? How good? Like,
here's what I'll say. I've noticed that like homeless dudes always are ripped, and I'm like, that dude looks like a model, like he's ripped. And homeless women, I'm never like, that homeless woman looks like a model.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
Maybe not.
I think maybe they inertly they are whoever it is. You just whatever. If you clean, you're gonna be clean homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? So you need free.
I haven't seen a lot of those.
So you got pride. You got pride in your belongings, in your surroundings, right? So if you homeless, you still, that doesn't mean you have to be a slob.
Yeah.
They have their
I just learned recently in the last 3 years that there's some people who choose to be homeless because they don't want to pay taxes. They don't want to deal with anything that the government, they want to do that. So
there's a lady downtown. There's a lady downtown like that, and her kids maintain an apartment for her. She's got shitload of money in the bank, and she chooses to live on the street.
I've heard of people like that. Yeah.
That happens. And that's our happy story of the day. David Shapiro, tell everybody where we can find you online, my dude.
You can find me online on Sundays at the Suzette Vanetti Show.
Great show.
Or at Lucky Jew 22. And then
on all social media. What's up? And then are you on Clubhouse? Asia invited me to Clubhouse.
Is anybody on Clubhouse?
Let's go listen. I listened to some pretty interesting conversations.
Are you still on Clubhouse? Clubhouse like came and went.
I don't even know what that is. What is it?
Listened.
Don't worry about Dave. Don't worry about it.
It came and went because nobody had invites and they don't let you talk on there. So you I'm about to sit up here raising my hand.
You gotta raise your hand.
I'm not sure if I should even join. It seems
no, Ellis,
seems
there's
like
just like so many. It's almost like listening to little different podcasts but you have all these people that are chiming in. So sometimes it's just interesting to be a fly on the wall.
It's Zoom without video, Ellis.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. So Asia, where can we find you on Clubhouse?
I am exclusively Asia May on Instagram and on YouTube. On Twitter, I am the 6-foot Wonder Woman without letters. And
without letters?
April 7th. Yeah.
Without vowels.
That. See, I am still.
It is 6-foot Wonder Woman without vowels. There are, but the other letters, the consonants.
I was like, you got a stick figure that Twitter handle?
Yeah. Fucking black people, man. They don't be paying attention to classes. They just running facilities. Don't know what a damn letter is.
Vowel or consonant. Vowel, which is it? Asia, damn.
Oh, numbers.
Yeah, so that's where you can find me.
What's going on? What you got coming up, Asia? You always clicking on. I know you just 7th, did a sold out show in Stockton.
April 7th, I will. Yeah, that show is dope. April 7th, I'll be in Roseville doing the In Your Mouth show with Alvin Duke. Super fun show, super duper fun show. I'm trying to type really quickly and find the flyer so I can tell exactly where it is. But
while you're doing that, Steph Sanders, where are you at, man? Where can we find you online?
I'm performing at the Santa Rosa Wild Animal Park. I'll be there every Monday until July. And then I am
you need to go back to purple. You need to get that off your
No, I'm at let's see, April 8th, I'm at Laughs Unlimited, Off the Change podcast. I don't know the dates, but I don't whatever. You look Instagram, I am Steph Sanders, everywhere I am Steph Sanders, and Off the Change. That's it. Go to El Dorado Hills, Friends with Benedict's Mimosa Brunch, the bomb diggity $30 mimosa that you can share for 2. Or if you're greedy, you just drink it yourself, and y'all, but don't drive. Please don't drive out there.
We need to go do one of these. We need to go do one of these food things together.
April 8th after your show at Laughs, we're going to O'Malley's.
O'Malley's? No, I'm going to O'Malley's this week. I'm going out this week, and Friday I'm going to have something to say about O'Malley's.
I'm going
to Dave's brunch the 11th of April. You're going too, Ellis.
I wanted to say go to Friends with Benedict's on a Saturday. Don't go on a Sunday.
No, I'm not going on Sunday.
Right, okay. I don't like this competition.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm going during spring break, actually. So it's going to be during the week. But yeah, we're going to go out there. So.
Right.
Yeah, no, and I'm excited to have you guys at brunch.
Yeah.
Nice. And we're supposed to have Lance and Aurora back on tomorrow for more news on the streets in Sacramento. So that's it. That's the show. Thanks, y'all, for coming in.
Peace.
Bye, Sacramento.
Love you guys. Toodles.